Greetings, I'm Tiffany.
I'm Jenny.
And we are independent Choffy distributors in Northern California, Humboldt County.
We are also very, very thrifty. So we're going to make this video showing you how to get the most bang for your Choffy buck. Now, here's the very first trick. Perfect for those of you who have not had a chance yet to go out and get a French press, one of the better ways to brew Choffy. Or if you know someone who's just now starting Choffy, you can tell them how to brew Choffy with things they probably already have in their kitchen. All you need is your standard Pyrex glassware, a fine mesh strainer. Oh, how could I forget that word? And of course, your drinking vessels. So, we're going to prepare this just like we would in the French press. We've already got our grounds right inside, as you can see, and we're going to get our near boiling water. Just going to put that in. And this is cool because I have a line I can look for.
Nice. See how many that is? That's easy.
Yeah, it's so easy. And just like with the French press, we're going to stir it. Make sure it's getting good and Choffy-y.
And let it steep for
5 minutes.
5 minutes. That's key.
Very key. So again, everything's the same. We're just using a different vessel. Now if you'll hand me that. This is a great way to cover it up and keep it steaming and keeping it really hot. Tiffany, I know, loves hers really hot. I like to keep mine off so it's more drinking temperature by the time it's ready. But we're going to let that sit for a bit and tell you some of the other tricks. Something else that maybe you've already started doing is buying in bulk. The 12-ounce bags are great, especially if you're trying Choffy for the first time or if you're sharing with a friend. But once you're in love with Choffy, go for the bulk. So worth it. If you buy the 2-pound bag, you're going to save 10% every time you have Choffy. Now, if you bump up to the 5-pound bag, it's over twice as much as what's in the 2-pound, you're going to save 15%.
That's huge.
Every time you have Choffy. 15%. It's like having a 15% off coupon whenever you go into a well, there's not Choffy stores yet, but into a coffee store or a future Choffy shop. It's like giving them that coupon. That would add up so fast. So go for the bulk. It's got a great shelf life. It's definitely worth it. It's a great way to save.
That's lovely. And another way is Choffy combinations. One of my favorite things to do is start with a 12-ounce cup of Choffy every morning. However, sometimes I like to kick it up a notch and combine some of my Choffy. Now, I know Mombramo is a little more expensive than the Ivory Coast, so what I'll do is I'll add 1 tablespoon of Mombramo and 3 tablespoons of the Ivory Coast in my 12-ounce cup. And I'll still have that rich, decadent, smoky Mombramo flavor with that yummy chocolate of the Ivory Coast.
Good thinking.
And another thing I enjoy doing, and some of my friends do, if you're still kind of like a coffee fan, is to have Choffy coffee. So what we do, we've created some mochas with 1 tablespoon of whichever Choffy of your choosing.
Yes.
And then you go ahead and press it in with some of your coffee grinds in your French press. And that gives still like a yummy chocolatey mocha flavor in the mornings or any time of the day.
Nice. Now what about those grounds?
Oh, the grounds. This is one of my favorite parts. So every day after I drink my Choffy, I will save my grounds in an airtight container in the refrigerator. Now I've gone and pressed my Choffy and had yet another second cup of Choffy. So that's really nice to have a second cup and reuse your grounds. And then after you're using your grounds for a second cup of Choffy, you can use your grounds in recipes.
That's the best part.
Yes. So we have 3 examples in front of us. And the first one we're starting with is our Choffy smoothie. Now this is a smoothie of your choice. It can have any ingredients in it. We've used our Choffy grounds as the finishing touch, and it adds a wonderful Choffy and chocolate flavor, and it kind of gives it a nice crunch. So that's really delicious. We also have our breakfast cereal.
Chocolate for breakfast. It could happen.
So we have our steel cut oats, and I added to the boiling water Choffy grounds.
Okay.
I added to the top as a sprinkle more Choffy grounds.
And that's what's great. It's not like other kind of grounds. The Choffy grounds, they're really good. Like, try it. Next time you have some at the bottom and it's all pressed out, just go ahead and try a sample and you'll realize it is something you can throw into food and you can throw into recipes. And it's kind of, I use it almost like baking chocolate, so to speak. But it tastes a lot better than baker's chocolate does, as we all know.
And it's super, super healthy. Our third and final recipe is a banana walnut loaf bread. And out of the 1 loaf recipe, I added about 4 heaping tablespoons of Choffy grounds. So again, you've got a chocolate flavor and the Choffy crunch. And it adds just a really yummy addition to any recipe that you can ever think of.
Pretty cool. So you can reuse them to make another cup. You can eat it. It's wonderful.
Definitely. Now, we've come up with a few recipes as you see. Choffy Online also has recipes that you can go and look and practice on your own. And our favorite part is what you are coming up with at home. So your creativity and your ingenuity with Choffy grounds and Choffy, share with us, drinkchoffy.com, and you can submit your recipes and share them with the rest of the Choffy lovers.
Absolutely. My recommendation, try the Choffy whipped cream. So good. God. But anyways, we're getting off track. We're foodies. Anyways, so we're going to pretend that it's been about 5 minutes and continue to our very first tip of steeping without the French press. Now, we all know it's important to stir your Choffy one more time. I know, it doesn't smell good. We've been waiting for this all day during our takes. Okay, so we've got this stirred. Here's where it gets really easy. Take your strainer, put it on over, and all you're going to do is just dump it in. It's so easy, and just like with the French press, it catches everything. So that's another trick, making sure you do have a fine mesh one. I know I have a larger one at home. That would not be appropriate, but this one, perfect. So we'll just stop there just to make life easy. And what I also like to do, to give it that pressed cacao squeezing goodness out of there, I'll just press it down with a wooden spoon and get those last juices out. There you have it. Choffy sans French press. It was so easy. Got our creamer in there, give it a little swirl.
Choffy cheers.
So, enjoy your Choffy, be thrifty, and get creative. Thanks for watching.